Hey guys, this is our second recording involving the trigonometric functions, talking about all 6 trig functions. In previous videos, we just looked at sine is the y, cosine is the x. Now we're looking at tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. And here are the definitions of all 6 on the front page of this worksheet. And we worked all the way through problem 1. Now we got problem 2 here saying, hey, look at this. Suppose we have 0.7 to the left, 24 down, which this won't be to scale, but I'll still graph that ordered pair, which is of course in the third quadrant. So if I drop a perpendicular, I get my reference triangle. We'll call this angle theta. 7 to the left is -7, 24 down is -24. For the radius, I want to do my Pythagorean theorem, so I'll take -7 squared plus -24 squared equals r squared. Of course, these negatives go away. You square negatives, they become positive. So -7 squared is 49, right? 24 squared is 576, right? If I square that, square 7, square 24, and I add that up, 49 plus 576 is 625, and the square root of that is 25, right? So r squared would be 625. And if you take the square root of 625, you get 25. So this is a 7, 24, 25 right triangle. That's half the battle. And then all you got to do is kind of list what you got here. Sine is y over r, cosine's x over r, tangent's y divided by x. And then you got 3 reciprocals. So easy peasy, nice and easy. Don't forget, r is always positive. I can't emphasize that enough. Your radius of a circle has to be positive. So sine would be y over r, -24/25. Cosine, excuse me. Excuse me again. Cosine's x over r, which is -7 over 25. Tangent's y over x, which is -24 over -7. I don't know what's getting into me, guys. Must be fall allergies. Don't worry, I've been safe. It's not COVID. Okay. And then these are all reciprocals, reciprocal tangents, cotangent. So flip that, right? Reciprocal of cosine is secant, so it's -25 over 7. Reciprocal of sine is cosecant, so it's -25 over 24. If you can remember like what the reciprocals are, you need 2 functions to get all 6. Honestly, if you get 1 function, you can get the other 5 because you know the Pythagorean theorem. All right, great. Actually, we only have 2 more problems to work on here. So sine is -6/7 in quadrant 4. So here's a point where this time we gave you the trig value. You got to draw a reference triangle. So here we go. We're going to call this angle theta. We're in quadrant 4 in the lower right quadrant, right? Sine, remember sine you got to think of as y over r, right? So the y coordinate's -6. The radius is 7. If I do the Pythagorean theorem, I want to find x. So what do? X squared plus 6 squared. Remember, keep it positive. You're squaring stuff. Is 7 squared. So x squared is plus 36 equals 49. X squared, when you subtract, is 13. X is root 13. There you go. Again, not a nice number. It's trigonometry. You're going to have a lot of squares and square roots. That's just kind of the way it shakes out, right? So now what do I want? The other 5 trig functions. So what am I going to do? I'm actually going to erase all this because I need room. And I'm going to make this a little smaller. Here we go. And what am I going to write down? I know sine. I got it. Let's write all 6. Cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, cosecant, or cosecant, we say, that's a joke. I'm just saying. Okay, here we go. So sine I got, it's y over r, it's negative 6 over 7. Cosine is x over r, which is root 13 over 6. Right, tangent is y over x. So tangent would be negative 6 over root 13, which when you simplify, you got to multiply top and bottom by root 13. So it's negative 6 root 13 over 13. And then you got to flip, right? If you flip the tangent, you get negative root 13 over 6. If you flip the cosine, you get 6 over root 13, which again, you got to simplify to 6 root 13 over 13. You can't have a radical in the denominator. And then finally, if you flip the sign, you get negative 7 over 6. So I hope that's helpful. We'll do one more quick video at the last problem. But basically, draw your reference triangle, get your y, x, and r, and then you can fill in all 6 functions.